this one is for all the loved ones of individuals who suffer from anxiety, or for individuals who do suffer from anxiety and have no one to relate to about it, because I've struggled with this for a long time, trying to explain it to family members or friends of how anxiety feels on a daily basis. And by no means, I am not a doctor, so if you think you have anxiety, please seek your medical physician and get medical treatment before you try anything. I am here just to share my experiences and allow someone else who suffers from anxiety to know that they're not alone, and that the symptoms that they're feeling is not something that means you're crazy. It's just, it happens when you have general anxiety. And when I say anxiety, I'm not referring to a panic attack or anxiety attack. I'm referring to daily anxiety, the symptoms that you might not even realize are attributed to anxiety. And I went for years having these symptoms and quite frankly thought they were normal and thought everyone felt this way. But at the same time, I knew something wasn't quite right because I was constantly tired. I felt as if my nerve endings just wanted to like fall off. It felt like someone was taking electric wire and putting it to my nerves, and I had tingly hands, and actually to the point where it was painful. It was getting so painful whenever I had like a more stressful moment. I was twitchy. I had a hard time breathing and always nauseous. I constantly thought that like something was wrong with my stomach, but honestly, as soon as I started getting the proper care and treatment for my anxiety, a lot of these symptoms went away. And I look back and I'm like, wow, okay, I had a lot of anxiety and I didn't realize it. I was just kind of coping with it and getting used to those symptoms. So the best way I can explain to someone who's never had an anxiety like episode, or like gone, not an anxiety attack or panic attack, but like who has never really suffered with daily anxiety. Everyone has anxiety to a certain level because it's a way for us to survive in the wild, or it was a way for us to survive in the wild when we were evolving. And there's different levels of anxiety, but for someone who is dealing with it on a daily basis and can't turn it off, imagine you're like at the top of a roller coaster and you're that suspense, that adrenaline, that like everything that you're feeling in your body is hitting you, and that goes away as soon as you get off the roller coaster, right? Like you have a way to stop it, you turned it off, the moment's gone. With anxiety, it feels like that all the time, to the point where like you can't function. Imagine like being so anxious like you are on a roller coaster and trying to go to work. You can't do it like at a high efficiency, if that makes sense. So with that said, how do you treat anxiety? How do you make it better? How do you stop that adrenaline rush, right? Because people who suffer from anxiety can't turn it off, right? I've had this discussion with my stepmom where like she doesn't understand quite why I'm feeling so stressed, and I just need to remove myself from a stressful situation. And it's like, I just can't. Like, I don't know. I'm sitting here and I have an adrenaline rush, so I can't explain it. And so, especially with me, the best way that I can treat that is through medication, which has made such a difference. I take 40 milligrams of Prozac every day because I just need it. It's like telling someone with a heart condition to stop taking their medication, right? Like maybe the symptoms won't be as drastic, but I need it. I need it to function and feel good about myself and my surroundings. So medication is one. Exercising is a huge helpful treatment for anxiety. Honestly, without it, I go crazy. And I'm not saying like go crazy exercising, but if you think about adrenaline, the best way to burn it off is by exercising. I go surfing. That is my way of burning off that excess adrenaline that I build up in like my stressful days. And the third one is cognitive behavior therapy. And I have a therapist that I go see and talk to him about this. And he explains to me what's happening in my body and makes it less scary, if you could say, and how to deal with it and how to change my behavior in order for me to minimize my body's reaction and to a situation that's not dangerous. And also over the years, that has really helped me when I say explaining, understanding why we have anxiety, why the human body evolved with it, and why it's sometimes on overdrive. Like with me, can't turn it off. A lot of it's genetics, a lot of it is how you're raised, but a lot of it also is behavioral, and a lot of it is also just your body trying to keep you alive. So with that said, I plan on doing another video explaining at least what was explained to me from my doctor of how anxiety works. And that's all. I'll see you guys later.